I'm Brian, and I work as a chartered engineer within Arup's Advanced Digital Engineering team. I was born in Kenya, and me and my family moved over to England when I was 11 years old. We moved to Bristol, and I spent the rest of my childhood years there. So I studied my GCSEs and studied A levels in Bristol. I then moved to Sheffield University, where I studied a master's in mechanical engineering with an ear in industry. The year in industry meant I actually spent my penultimate year at the university working for a software company. So I left the university, went to a company in Birmingham for 1 year, and then rejoined the university to finish my master's. Upon finishing my master's, I joined Arup in September 2016, and I've been with Arup for about 4.5 years now. My day-to-day job at Arup involves utilizing numerical modeling and analysis software to perform analysis of various structures. So this can be in order to make sure they perform as they've been designed to perform. Also, it can involve optimizing them. So either that could be making it lighter, making it easier to manufacture, making it more cost effective, that kind of thing. I can give you a couple of examples. So the first one is I can think of that worked is an automotive project. So in this case, I'm trying to effectively make sure that the structure protects the occupants in the event of a crash. So I make sure that it's strong enough to withstand impact without adversely affecting the car passengers. But I also with my engineering knowledge and my numerical modeling with the software and my expertise, I can sort of optimize the structure, make it lighter and more cost effective to manufacture, more easier to manufacture, that kind of thing. Another project I can think of is a seismic engineering project where we're basically looking at houses in areas where you may get earthquakes. So I'm analyzing a building or a series of buildings and checking whether they collapse in the event of an earthquake. If they don't, then that's great. We don't need to do anything. If they do collapse, however, then I need to design retrofit solutions and then present these to the owner of the building. And that will be basically designing solutions that make sure that if an earthquake does hit, then the building can stand up okay and it can protect its occupants. I've quite enjoyed my past 4.5 years at Arup. If I'm thinking what inspired me to get to where I am, I wanted to do engineering mainly because one of the reasons was that I was really motivated to sort of have an impact in the world, have a positive impact. And engineering seemed like a really easy way to do that because it's all around us, whether it's buildings, bridges, cars, everything we see around us. Engineering is part of it, it's touched our life. And that really appealed to me. That ability to sort of, one, make a difference to the area around you and the world, but also two, the ability to sort of design something and then see it out there. And so it's like, oh, I can see like a car that I've worked on and see, oh, I helped make that. So that was really what inspired me to move into engineering. And then particularly about consulting. So engineering, as I said, is quite a widespread field. I really, really enjoy consulting because the fact I can work on a lot of very varied projects. So I've spoken about an automotive project and I've spoken about a seismic engineering project, but I've actually got to work on lots of other different sectors like nuclear and packaging industry. I've worked on a project analyzing nuclear containers and designing these. I've also worked on offshore structures, which can be quite tricky to design because they suffer like wind loads, wave loads, earthquake loads, and sometimes you're even designing them to withstand impacts from things like icebergs and ships. So that is what that sort of keeps me very busy and keeps me occupied, and also stops me from getting bored because I get a variety of many different things, which I really do enjoy. And I do also quite enjoy the challenge of solving a problem. So a lot of engineering will be, we have this problem, we have this building that we need to make work, And I sort of have to go back to first principles, have to go back to my university lectures and think, how do I come up with a solution to this? And I quite like that sort of going back to basics and thinking something through, and then the excitement when something I've designed actually works and I see it in real life. That's really quite something. And then if I'm trying to think what my biggest obstacle was probably at a young age, sort of being confident enough and pushing myself outside of my limits. So I think when I was growing up, I was really quite introverted and shy, and I always enjoyed maths and science and knew I was good at them, but I think I could have probably pushed myself a bit more, and it's something I've had to become more comfortable with, because I think in engineering you have to, in order to sort of develop yourself, and actually this is probably not applicable to just engineering, you have to sort of push yourself out of the box and try learn something new, something different. And then in terms of how I got to actually where I am, so I did GCSE, I studied GCSEs, and then I did A levels in maths, physics, chemistry, and further maths. And then I got, on the basis of those, I attended uni and did an undergraduate master's in mechanical engineering. And that was my way into Arup. And traditionally, working for an engineering consultancy, the typical way would be through a degree, so an undergraduate or master's degree in sort of mechanical, civil, structural engineering. But to be honest, these days, there are a lot more people who are coming in through apprenticeships. So there's definitely more than one way to get your foot in the door. And it's a case of finding which way works best for you. I don't think there's always a one-size-fits-all approach. And finally, for any sort of young person looking to go either into engineering or any other field, to be honest, my biggest piece of advice would be always try to get some sort of relevant experience. It might, even if it might not be directly relevant to your skills, it will still teach you a lot of soft skills, and that will really help you when it comes to entering the job market. You get quite a few people who already have degrees. Having that sort of experience will really help your application stand out, and it will help employers see that you've already had an experience of the workplace. You already have some of the soft skills they're looking for, and that will really help your application stand out from the pack. That would be my main advice, and thank you.